Hey, welcome back to the Warrior channel. So I was really bummed that battle report didn't post. I'm not sure what happened to it. It got stuck in limbo, and I was messing with it, and it's gone. So from now on, I think I'll just record them onto the phone and then upload them later as opposed to the live stream, or maybe just hop on my other phone and do a little bit of live stream so we can kind of interact, but then have the main video be on the device. So that kind of sucks. But some of the comments and then some of the other comments in my other videos, people talk about the tactics. They like to they like when I talk about that stuff, and I enjoy doing it too. I'm no expert by any means, but sometimes it helps just to see it on display for some people who maybe are thinking about what they want to do and what they want to make. One of the things is the first lieutenant and second lieutenant. So for years in first edition, there was really not much reason to take a first lieutenant other than the extra +1. And they addressed that in the second edition book and tried to make a little more value. And they added the snap 2 order. Snap 2 is not something I have used a lot, but it's when you see, I'll sit and debate over and over again about maybe taking an MMG on a truck or adding an LMG to a squad, or I'll sit and fiddle with my points. One of the things I kind of overlook a lot of times is taking that first lieutenant as opposed to a second lieutenant. For a few more points, it gives you quite a bit of versatility. And like turns 3 and 4, when it starts to bog down and you really need to make a push, it can be very handy. So that's something that I've kind of told myself I want to start trying to do, is splurge a little bit on that extra bonus for the 2 snap 2s. I see it a lot when I make a list. If I have like a vehicle with a flamethrower team in it and a squad in it, after they deploy, because the book was very good about pointing out how you can't snap 2 in the vehicle, and because you're off the board. So there's no driving up and rushing and snap 2ing and jumping everybody out. But you can still do that with the use of a vehicle, but you just have to get out first. So here I have set up a little rifle squad, and a lieutenant. And the Italians have 2 rifle squads, and they have a second lieutenant, and the British have a first lieutenant. So the advantage of that is if the Italians would go and pull the first order dice, where it sits right now, I got a unit behind soft cover, the unit kind of behind this hard cover, and the lieutenant kind of hidden behind this little building. They've got a hard cover and a soft cover. So normally if you're pulling the order dice out and go one at a time, and the Italians go first, they have a shot selection to do. They can go in ambush, or they can fire one of the 2 squads. The one behind soft cover is a little easier, but the one here is closer. So same with the British. If they're going to go, what are they going to do? They're going to advance into here and fire at them. They're just going to fire over there. They're going to fire at the unit in the hard cover, or move this squad up into the hard cover and fire over that way. So you have to do one at a time. And then what ends up happening, the lieutenant oftentimes just, with a submachine gun, has nothing to do in this particular situation, rather than maybe trying to expose himself to get a few shots. If we're looking at a turn 3 or turn 4, since there's an objective or something that we're looking to get to, we might have to start. There's an objective there. We got to start doing something, right, for the British. Otherwise, the Italians are just going to camp on that, and we're going to end up the game losing. So the British pull their order dice. They pull 1 out of the bag. They go ahead and snap 2. So as long as your units are within 6 inches of the lieutenant, so you can go ahead and assign. So the first thing I have to do is activate the lieutenant, which would then issue the snap 2. I have to give the order that I want him to take. I don't know what's going to happen with the other guys, but I have to give him an order. So let's say we're going to advance him. We don't know what's going to happen out there, but we want to keep our options open and be able to move and be able to maybe try to get a shot off with our 2 submachine guns. So we give him an advance. The second thing we're going to do is give unit number 2 an order, and then we'll give unit number 3 an order. We can do it either way, but we have to assign the order now. We can't activate it, do it, see what happens, and then change our mind. So as they move out there, shoot them, they roll great, and that unit's destroyed. Well, we'd rather have run, but we have to actually give them our order now. So we're going to give these guys a fire order, and we're going to give our other squad an advance order. So it's really handy. Let's say the Italians had pulled the dice first and put this squad on ambush. Well, the turn before we pulled that dice for our lieutenant, we got a squad there on ambush, and we pull one dice. That kind of sucks because we're going to walk right into some fire. So now that he's on ambush, now we're going to assign our things the way we want to do it. So he can't activate an ambush when we do a fire. It has to be in movement order. So we're going to do this one second and this one third. The first thing we're going to do in advance our lieutenant, and I'm just going to move him into this hard cover. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I do have to do him first though, because it's his order dice that triggers the others. And he's not going to activate his ambush on that because he knows that we're going to be going with our squads, and we know he's got to get to that token. So our second one we're going to do is our fire order. We're going to go ahead and measure our range. And we've got 3 guys at short. So normally a 3. Soft cover 4. So 3 shots on 4. And we have 8 guys on long. We're looking for that pin is what we're looking for. So I should be able to get one. So normally a 3. Soft cover 4. No hits there. And they're looking for some 5s. And we did get 3 4 of them. So we got 4 hits with our rifles. We're killing on 4s and an all important pin. So we killed 2 guys, knocked down their firepower a little bit. Not enough for a check, but we got that pin on there. So now that they have a pin, when we activate our next order dice, so they're done. We're going to go ahead and do our third one. We're going to advance into this hard cover. And you notice how that gives us quite an advantage. Now this is a small piece of hard cover, but you only need the majority of your models from any firing source in hard cover, so you can kind of spread them around it. Alright, so we advance. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rifles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rifles. Now he can go ahead and trigger his ambush right there, which he probably will, but now we have quite the advantage over what was just a stalemate with the same amount of things. So he's going to go ahead and we'll do the Italian firing. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. And I'm just assuming they have rifles. And they're normally a 3. They have a pin 4, hard cover 6. He did get 1 hit. Kill on a 4. Nobody died, but he put a pin back, which will affect our shooting, but we still have the advantage. Let's see how much damage we can do. Like I said, 9 shots, 3, 6, 9. Normally a 3, move 4, soft cover 5, pin 6. We got 2 hits, which will cause that second pin, because they don't remove a pin for an ambush check, because it's not an activated, it's not a successfully passed order. And our 2 hits, we killed 2. Again, not quite enough for a check, but now it definitely changed the landscape of what's going on. And if our lieutenant's in range, which he is, with his 2 submachine guns, he's on an advance order. We could fire either way. Probably would have put it on them because we had to resolve that first. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the lieutenant's 4 shots. Normally a 3, soft cover 4, long range 5. Got 1 more hit. And nobody died. So in 1 quick turn, we turned with a snap 2 from our first lieutenant. We drastically changed the dynamic of what we were just looking at. We've got an Italian squad with 3 pins, and we have 2 squads that we didn't have to do much. Now on the Italian turn, he's going to counter with probably some shooting and hurt this squad, but I doubt he's going to do that much damage. He's not going to get 3 pins, and he's not going to probably kill 4 guys. We can go ahead and resolve that just to see, but we're still going to have a major advantage over now that we've neutralized 1. So when we go to the next turn, we've got 2 squads versus 1, and we just neutralized one of the squads, turned it into basically combat ineffective. If he's going to have to rally, then he's just going to be sitting there. If he's going to be trying to activate and do something with 4 guys with 3 pins, he's in a world of hurt. So it'd be up to his other squad to do something miraculous. So if it goes to the Italian turn, let's say he's going to activate his lieutenant and do a snap 2. Try to kind of, but he's only got +1. So activate his lieutenant, do an advance. Then I'll fire his, let's say 2 submachine guns at me. Normally a 3. Long range 4. Hard cover 6. Nothing. Even if you got one, that'd take us to 2 pins. And then the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-man rifle squad. 8-man rifle squad, normally 3, soft cover 4. So we got a pretty good amount of hits, like we expected. So 4. We take a pin and killed 3. That's pretty good, but we only got 1 pin on us. So it's not a game breaker in like these types of stalemate situations. However, now the advantage going into the next turn is definitely going to be us, or the British, because that squad's pretty much destroyed, and now we can do the same exact thing going the other way and focus our fire on that squad in the hard cover. Or we can if we pass our order check with the +2 bonus now, we'll be able to move up there, either eliminate that lieutenant or finish that squad off, make them go down, and then use their troops to cover us as we just continue firing here and put our SMGs on there. The +2s makes a big difference, you know. When if you've ever failed an order check by 1, big time difference. So the other thing is with snap 2s and stuff, like if you have a truck with a commando squad in it. Now you can't snap 2 from inside the truck, and you could activate the truck. So say on the turn, say the Italians had already gone and we issued our snap 2, we could order on the truck to go ahead and move it up. They'd have to pull their order dice as regular to get out. So I don't use it too much for trying to move vehicles. You also see a lot of people use it with an artillery piece or a mortar. I mean double mortar, like an artillery and a mortar. So if you had an artillery piece with a mortar, turn 1 you fire needing 6s like you normally do. Turn 2 you basically get the first dice, you activate your lieutenant, snap 2 your 2 artillery pieces, and you're firing on a 5 before they can move. So the mortar hit, the artillery piece missed. So you can quick snap 2 artillery pieces and be able to try to get somebody on the first turn on 6s, and the second turn snap 2 and try to fire both items looking for a 5. It increases your odds quite a bit before they can move. I've seen that a few times. I've seen that with the higher officers, with people that bought like a +3, like a captain, and use like multiple artillery pieces. It's a lot of points for me to invest to sit on the back of the board. I generally like my lieutenants up near the action for that extra little bit. But you know, the other thing too is nice is using a flamethrower combo where you have a squad and a flamethrower. I don't have a flamethrower model, so we use these commandos. On our turn, if we had the flamethrower back here behind here, we were worried about running out before everybody activated, you could snap 2, fire, put that suppression, and then do the advance with the flamethrower and try to hit them with the flamethrower. It definitely makes people worried if you have a flamethrower. But anyway, that's just a quick little video on Snap 2. Sorry that the other video didn't play, but we'll try to get some more content up. We're looking forward to starting a campaign, or at least playing a few more games before we start our campaign. Keep working with these Italians and Bulgarians and whatnot. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching.